God, I can't believe you're killing the hogs. If you don't kill the hogs, and if you're a vegetarian, they're just gonna root up and eat all your vegetables, or you ain't got no damn food. Damn food.
No ears on them. Got some teeth on them.
Give a shout out to our sponsors, thebestcamo.com. Also, we got Big Country Hunt Supply. And also on Facebook, we got Hog Hunters Association. You want to check them out. We also got Straight Kits, another Facebook page that sponsors us on this program. And for tonight, our guest is Makani Black from Hawaii. Go ahead, Makani, give us a little rundown about who you are, man.
How's it? My name is Makani Black. I live here on the big island of Hawaii. I'm 29 years old. I was born and raised hunting pigs with dogs. Basically just hunted from my backyard, and then we just had the whole mountain to hunt. And growing up, just started off, I want to say like 6th grade when I got into hunting, and then just took off ever since then.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I was told you're Bait Up Hawaii. Is that you got an outfitter or what is that?
No, I just used to make videos at the time when I was all into it.
Okay.
I had my cameras and I had good hunting dogs. That was with my ex-girlfriend, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Took the dogs, so I took a break. I actually have some puppies right now coming up. They're about 7 months and they're just naturals. I take them in the opens and they just 900 yards, barking pigs. I try to run to them. I can't even get there in time, and they give up already. But I'm working with them. I gotta take more in the bush where they can't go that far.
All right. They're turning on though, man. That's the big part.
The crazy thing is that I don't really know the bloodline, but from what I can tell is they have Australian Heeler and Airedale in them.
Okay.
I got them from my neighbor. They got the mother they caught them, it's a wild dog from in the forest above my house. So they're like natural hunters. Every wild dog I ever came across was a natural hunting dog.
Really?
Yeah. So there are
two dogs out there too?
What's that?
You guys have a lot of wild dogs out there, or?
Yes, we have a lot of wild dogs out here.
Really?
They're just dogs that get lost from other hunters, and they just end up joining a pack, and they cause a ruckus in the mountain. They'll make the pigs wild as heck, and
wow,
chase all the pigs and cattle away. Yeah,
man, that's crazy, man. I've never heard of anything like that.
They're not like wolves or anything. They're a bunch of mutts.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of mutts running around. Say hi.
Hey, how you doing? What's her name?
Avery Cherie.
Avery Cherie.
Yeah.
Hey,
she
baby.
loves animals. We have a pet pig in the back that she calls Bubba.
She's gonna be a future hunter, man.
Yeah. Good giraffe. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we have a lot of wild dogs here.
All right. You said just a bunch of mixed breeds. That's like over here in the States, man. I mean, you run what you got, you know?
Yeah. Matsu guys call them.
Yeah.
He's got a mixed breed. Yeah, all kinds. Shoot. Everybody runs different.
Yeah.
Hawaii is a mixed plate of all kinds. I've seen all kind of hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah. From guys that run 2 dogs to 20 dogs.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody got their different style, yeah.
How you like to run?
Me, at one part of my life, I only wanted barking dogs. Yeah. Because I like the action. I like when the pig chase them, and then the pig. I like the action instead of more of the squealing and the holding there. Yeah, I like rough barking dogs. The kind where they're barking right in the face, but when the pig rushes, they bounce out, and when the pig runs, they bite the back leg or the butt to stop the pig, to turn them. They turn the pig that way, yeah. And if, just like that, they bite the ass. They can't get hurt biting the ass. They bounce out in time before the tusk come, and then just stay out. They just stay in their range. I find that way I don't gotta go vet. I don't gotta pay vet bill, take care of my dog's cuts. But they don't get me wrong. They slip every once in a while and they get cut.
Yeah.
But,
you run vests and stuff like that there, or you just run them?
No, I grew up not running vests because shucks, when I was little, never had vests and cut collars. But no, I do want to get those for my dogs nowadays because just to be safe, and I kind of want my dogs to be a little bit more aggressive. That way they hold the pig there for me. Yeah. Because I've had dogs, barking dogs, and they just bark, and I seen pigs walk away from them. And I get into the age where I can't be having that.
You got to end the show right there, right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm the same way, man. 44 years old, and I've been, roughly off and on, about 30 years doing it. And I totally understand that because I'm on the older end of the scale now. I'm not with all this walking 20 miles a day, 25 miles a day I did when I was 18, 20 years old.
Yeah.
I walk maybe about 200-300 yards in. That's about it, man. That's
man.
If that hog breaks, man, we're going back to the truck, go around.
That's why you got to get the young guys for that.
Yeah. So you said going to the vet with the for the cuts and stuff. You don't have any like staple guns over there, or?
We do, but if it's like really bad and stuff,
okay.
They're like internals.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you gotta go vet. But yeah, if just a minor cut, we'll stitch them up or staple.
Yeah. Okay. I was asking because I totally got no clue. How much resources you guys got over there for hog hunting and stuff. So that's asking.
Yeah. Now we actually got a lot of resources, and then there's a lot of guys that help us hunters out that don't know how to stitch because the vet's not open at night. So
okay.
We'll call up somebody that knows how to stitch a dog up if need to.
Oh shit, that's cool, man. That's cool.
We all try to take care of each other.
Yeah. That family brotherhood style, huh?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people butt heads still yet.
Oh yeah, of course, man. You got them everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You got people that think their way is the only way and everything else.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I'm like, don't argue with them. Everybody's different.
Yeah. I'm totally with you there, man. I mean, I have my preference, but however you get it done, for me, it's like at the end of the day, I mean, whether you use a spear, use a knife, gun, dogs, I mean, it's hard at the end of the day,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and over here, we try to use whatever we kill, we eat pretty much, unless it has worms or pus. Other than that, we don't eat it. Yeah.
How is it over there? Like you're on the Big Island, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how is the terrain that you guys hunt in? What is it? Is it like mountains or is there flat?
Yeah, we got mountains here, and so this is the whole volcanic island. So there's 5 big mountains. Mauna Kea in the 1,000 feet, but from below sea level 30,000 something feet, and then from sea level 13,000 feet. So so the mountain I live on is the oldest mountain on the island. So my mountain, I want to say at the top is one of the most swampiest, wettest mountains on the island. Yeah. So we have marshlands. We have everything from desert, marshlands, thick forest. We have valleys where I live. We have valleys that are super steep with choke cliffs, kind of like New Zealand style. Yeah. So I grew up climbing cliffs and answering dog barks on cliffs and stuff. And talk about extreme hunting.
Wow, man. I'm trying to catch my breath just listening to you explain it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, man. That's one of the things. My old lady's been to Hawaii a couple of times. I've never been.
Oh, awesome.
She's been wanting to go, and I'm like, you know what? If we go, I want to take a day, maybe 2 days while we're there. I want to go, run a hog. I've been kind of trying to read up on a little stuff, but I see all the mountains. I'm like, man, I don't know if my 44-year-old knee can handle all of that.
No, yeah, it's a lot of up and down.
So you
not
said
too much flat areas.
Yeah. So when you go hunt, you go through a lot of elevation change when you're hunting, or it's not too bad, or what?
It does kick your ass. You can tell when you start running.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference. So you gotta pace yourself in higher altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, shucks, we can go a high altitude like that. Our mountain is steep, and the mountain I live on, it gets up to 5,000 foot, the highest peak. Yeah, so even up there, I get kind of winded running.
Yeah, I bet, man. That's a big change.
Yeah, it is.
Here in Florida, I mean, they say that we're like 6 feet below sea level or something. I'm not exactly
I don't
sure.
understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just throwing out numbers. But I mean, we're basically just flat land sitting on top of the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, we might have some places that maybe 60 feet up. I mean, that's just little hills that's more towards like North Florida. So I don't know, man. I can't even imagine trying to run up them hills that you're talking about, or the mountains there.
No, yeah, guys. I take a lot of guys hunting, and shoot, I kind of leave them in the dust, not to be mean or anything, but you gotta get through that bark.
Yeah, man, you gotta get there.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you catch them alive, or you stick them with a knife, or how do you do it?
It all depends. If it's so, I hunt with. I want to say so. Say like we got, I don't know, a 40-50 pound dog, and it says it grabs like 130-pound pig. Yeah. I won't. Only if the dogs are barking at it and it's a big pig will I shoot it. But if they're grabbing it and I'm able to grab a back leg or sneak up behind it and grab a tail, then I'll grab it and flip it and stab it. But if I can't grab it, I'll shoot it. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So you guys don't really run catch dogs over there, or what?
Not me. Not me. Other hunters do, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, most of those guys that run catch dogs don't run gun.
Okay.
Because they don't common sense not to shoot the pig in the head while the dog's grabbing the ear.
Yeah.
So I want to say guys that run barking dogs hunt with gun.
Okay.
Guys that run grab dogs hunt with knife.
Okay.
Like they say, dog and knife is the way of life.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So you said you grew up, basically hog hunting with dogs and stuff. Who got you into it? Like your family, or?
So, my papa was a hunter.
Okay.
My dad, so they're from the city island, Oahu. They're from Honolulu.
Okay.
And my papa would come to the big island to hunt sheep, hunt pig, and he would go to the other islands to hunt. We have access deer on a couple other islands. Okay. And he would do all this kind of bird hunting, turkeys. And my dad got into it. All my uncles are into it, but for some reason, my dad was the only one moved to the big island. What? Hold on real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, we moved to the country, and out of all my cousins, my family's the only hunters.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, my dad taught us. Then there's five of us. I have an oldest brother, a sister, a brother that's 2 years above me, then me, and a baby brother 4 years younger than me. And the brother right above me pretty much turned me on to hunting. Yeah, I used to be into fishing.
Okay.
I used to be into fishing. Then my brother was like, "Oh, let's go hunting. Hunting is more action, more chance of catching." And sure enough, I went hunting and I was hooked. What do you want? Say hi. Oh, you want to be in the video?
Hello.
Grandma, come watch her. Take her outside. Oh, here I am. Okay, where were we?
You said you was fishing and then you got hooked.
Oh yeah. So I got hooked onto hunting pig, and then I got hooked onto training dogs, and that's the most funnest part right there.
Really?
Watching your puppies start
Yeah.
from puppies and become hog dogs, catching you pig. That's the best right there.
Yeah. I man, I can totally relate to that, man. I mean, I actually just went out. Um, Me and Alex, we went out just last week. I believe Wednesday. We went out and I had a couple of dogs that I've been working with. You know, they're the ones that been showing me the most potential. So I've been working, mainly them two dogs. And I was just telling Alex, man, I was like, yeah, she's never been out more than 600 yards. And the male, I've been running him for about a year, so I kind of know that he's not gonna go out, past 1,000 yards. That's the furthest I've seen him go. But I've seen her go about 600 yards. And I was just telling him, yeah, she's never been out that far. I've only run her maybe about 10 times. This is probably her 10th time out since I've had her, but she has stopped a couple hogs for me. And not long after I'm saying that, man, she pulled out. She was on one. She ended up going 1.45 miles.
Holy shoot!
Before she gave up and turned around and came back. But man, she rolled out, man. I was like, holy shit! All right,
She covers ground.
You watching them come into their own, man. It's just like that's like a kid watching a dad watching their kids, I guess.
Yeah, totally. Because I bet before they were just probably hanging out by your ankle, and now they're going.
Yeah, I mean they would hunt. The way I normally hunt is if I'm in a vehicle, I want them out in front of the truck. It don't matter if they're 50 yards, 100 yards, 200 yards, as long as they're in front of the truck moving around. Or if we're in some fresh sign, I'll cast them out on a fresh track where I think is a fresh track, and they go. So that's normally how I do it. And I mean they stay out there. I mean anywhere from 50 to 100 yards they stay out in front of my truck. So that's one thing. And then they might go out another 600 yards or so. But like I said the other night, she pulled out 1.45 miles. I was like, holy shit! All right, now,
Yeah, was she chasing anything?
She was on one. We never seen it, but 3 of our dogs was out there. They were all around between 400 to 700 yards, working this area. And on the Garmin I got the map card and everything, so I could see like where they're running around at. They kept working this area, and my male, he went out to about 700 yards, and he turned around and he started coming back towards the truck. The other dog was running around out there, and then my dog Lacey, she was working this like area, and all of a sudden she just took off on the map. You could see her just shooting straight. Yeah,
pick up the track.
Yeah, she probably jumped it because what the the person that we went hunting with, which is a friend of Alex's, she was telling us the field that they're in, the grass is probably about 3 to 4 feet tall. So they were probably hiding out in that grass.
Yeah. Have you ever seen pigs run and then just lay down?
Yeah.
And dogs run right past them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them do that here too, rather smart. Smart buggers.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen pigs do that too. I've seen hogs, 200 pounds do that. They lay down in the grass and just wait for everything to go by.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, not too long ago, probably 6-7 months ago. Yeah, about that 6-7 months ago, I guess it was. We was out hunting, and it was really wet at the time. So it's probably longer than that. It's probably closer to a year now. It was really wet where we was hunting. I mean, there's probably about 1 foot to 2 foot of water standing everywhere, but you have these little patches of high ground. And the dogs started going crazy. But, it's kind of hard for them to, lock down on the track because it's in the water and stuff. So they're running around. We got about 6 dogs on the ground. They're just going crazy. nose in the air, nose down, hunting around, looking, and they're not finding nothing. And here comes one of the dogs coming back to the truck towards us, probably 25, 30 yards. This hog was laying in the bushes. This hog was just laying in the bushes, and that dog practically stumbled. I mean, tripped over the hog. I mean, the hog jumped up and, oh, you know, that grunt they do and just busted out. And the chase was on.
Yeah. Man, if he didn't jump up, he probably would have got away.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've seen my dogs. I've seen that happen to my dogs too. The pig laid down in the grass, and it's like knee-high grass, and the dog stepped on it, kept going, and I was like, "Oh well, let's keep going." It was a small pig, so.
Yeah. What's like the laws around there for Hawaii and the hogs? I mean, like what kind of restrictions or?
So Hawaii is for what? Yeah, I want to say. So we kind of got like Hawaiian laws in a way, like sovereignty laws, where because the king gave us right to gather.
Okay.
So we have the right to roam, to gather, and so kind of like trespassing here. You can, I don't know. It's kind of weird. If you want to fight the system, you can use that right to roam. That thing, but trespassing is trespassing to me. Like, everybody hunts, so all the cowboys know that there's gonna be hunters in their pasture passing through or whatever. Because we go wherever there's pigs, pretty much.
Yeah.
And, not saying myself, but probably myself and everybody else go wherever there's pigs.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not out there to mess with your livestock, because the pigs run wild through everybody's property. Yeah, so we're just out there trying to chase pigs, and it's illegal to hunt at night, but I've never got busted from a DLNR officer hunting at night.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: our DLNR officers are kind of lay low on the pig hunting.
Okay.
But if they did roll up on you, they would give you time. But they're not going to be driving around all night.
Yeah.
Hunting at night.
Their biggest worried about.
Yeah. So you just got to worry about the landowners if you do go into private property. But we have public hunting areas that you get the key from the ranch to pass through the ranch to get to what we call a watershed. Okay. And that's like on the mountain I live on, we have 3 or 4 watershed areas that we can hunt, and that gives us access into the forest reserve to hunt pig. So we can't hunt pig in the pasture, but we can hunt pig in the forest reserve. Okay. Which the ranch gives us the key to get up there. Which I'm stoked for. Shoot, yeah. I don't gotta look over my shoulder. Right. Yeah. That's and then fun. We got other like right down the road from where I live, we got a MacNut field that they let hunters go hunt. So that's like we got public hunting areas, and then like if you're what we call a pork worm, somebody that just hunt like is a diehard pig hunter, we call them pork worms. We go anywhere. We go anywhere to get pigs. We park on the side of the road and go. Yeah. If the moonlight is out, that's even better. We don't gotta use flashlight. Who's gonna see us? Yeah. Hawaii is a bunch of pork worms out here. That's cool. Yeah, I was wondering about that. You said you can't hunt at night out there. That's crazy because here in the States, we can hunt at night. It's different from state to state what their laws are. Mm-hmm. Most states will allow you to hunt hogs at night. But that's only hogs, right? Yeah. That's and then predators like coyotes or even not just coyotes, but coyotes and some people hunt raccoons. So they hunt time too. So like pests, you guys are allowed to hunt at night. Yeah. So pigs are considered a pest, Yeah. Pretty much nuisance. Yes. Same thing. Like they're trying to get rid of them. Yeah. Kind of like Yeah, so I want to say, like, if you have private property and you have the pass to hunt there at night, then yeah, you're all legal.
Really?
Yeah, but in the public hunting areas, it's not legal to hunt.
Oh,
It's
okay.
from sun up to sundown.
Okay.
Half hour after sun up, or half hour before sun up, and half hour after sundown.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on private property, it doesn't really matter then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think Texas is similar to that. In Texas is, man, they got a huge problem with hogs. You ever see them videos and stuff?
Yeah, I see a bunch of videos. I just trip on how crazy it is over there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy out there, but at the same time, with as big as the problem that they say it is in Texas, you still have the landowners that own, thousands and thousands of acres still wanting to charge the person to come and remove the hogs or come and hunt the hog property. It's like
that's like a guided hunt.
That's crazy, man. I mean, if it's that much of a nuisance, I mean, you would think that they let anybody come, as long as they're property, I mean, they'd come in and take them out.
Yeah.
I seen I guess they actually do tournaments over there, and one of the pages that I'm on, they showed the amount of hogs that the winner took out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 76 hogs or 77 hogs in one night, because they shoot them. They do a lot of shooting out there. Just set up with their night scopes and stuff, the thermals and stuff like that.
Yeah, and lay them out.
Yeah, that the winner took out like 76 hogs. I was like, what?
That's including babies and all.
Yeah. There's a lot of the states, they eased up a lot on the regulations from what I see, because, I mean, like 20 years ago in Florida, I think a hog had to be at least like 16 inches to the shoulder before you take it and this and that. And now it's just like, hey, take them all out.
That's what they get for making a silly rule like that.
Yeah. I guess it is before they actually realize, like how often hogs, reproduce a year and stuff like that, because they can have a couple litters a year, and you're talking anywhere from 10 to 20 piglets each litter. So
yeah,
you start
from one pig.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shoot, but the pigs here don't populate. I don't know if it's just too much hunters on a small island, but yeah, we don't populate like that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got places where there's like herds of 20 plus, but that's like on the ranch.
Okay.
Usually they're not big herds like that in the bushes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, all those big, like all those bunch of herds that you see on my old videos holding up, those are all in like, there's no trees for miles. So there's not one bush for miles away. So they can't run away from the dogs through the bush and use the bush to break the dogs off.
Okay.
So the pigs herd up and they mob up and protect each other from the dogs. When you have a pile of pigs like that, the dogs ain't gonna go close and they just round them up.
Yeah.
But then that's the fun part. You come with a lasso and you just lasso all the boars out and castrate them all. And then when you come back a few years, you got all these bunch of bar hogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fun.
Okay, so you're allowed to bar them out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big thing here. Mostly like a cowboy thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how too in Florida. And I just recently found out in Alabama, if they find out that you castrated or barred out a boar and released it, you get a fine. You get a fine. They don't want nobody releasing hogs back out. They want you to take them out. In Florida, you can catch 100 boars and castrate them all out and let them go, and then hopefully catch a couple of them in a couple of years when they're about 300 pounds.
Yeah, do you guys eat them?
Yeah,
Bro,
we eat them.
Bars are so good.
Yeah, man.
That's why we castrate them, only because their meat comes out 100 times better than a boar.
Yeah. Yep. It's like the best you can get, man.
Yeah, quality.
What was I gonna say? Oh, do you guys have sugar cane out there?
We used to, not too much anymore. Actually, the island I live on was a huge sugarcane operation. We had like 4 or 6 sugarcane mills in the town I live.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, so not anymore though. Not no
Oh,
cane fields anymore. Yeah, there's some. I don't know if you guys heard of guinea grass.
no, I'm not
Yeah,
familiar with it.
it's a junk grass that grows and it gets thick, but the pigs love to live in it. It's nice and cool underneath.
Yeah.
It's just so hard for us to answer bark. Trying to crawl through or plow through that grass is so hard.
Reason why I was asking because over here in South Florida, that's one of the biggest agriculture that we have out here is sugarcane. I mean, there's like,
Oh,
yeah, there's like, I want to say like probably in South Florida, probably close to 1 million acres in South Florida of sugarcane.
holy
And
smokes!
yeah, and one of the biggest operations is U.S. Sugar, and they allow people to go in there. They do like special permits like every so often. If one opens up or whatever, you're lucky to get in on it because they have a list to get in.
Mm-hmm.
But them them hogs love that sugar cane, man. And from what I've been told, I haven't ate one from there yet. I have caught a few from there, but usually my friends take the hogs, and I don't. I'm just going out there to work my dogs. But
Yeah.
but what they tell me is that sugar cane hog is a lot better tasting than any other hog that they've ever had.
For
As
real,
well.
I bet. I bet.
Yeah,
Probably sweet, yeah.
yeah.
Probably sweet. So over here we have in Hawaii we have a lot of fruits, but the one fruit that the pig favor the most is mac nut.
Okay.
And the oil from the mac nut makes the pig fat so oily. I've skinned pigs and my knife literally slip out of my hand. It's
Wow.
so oily. Like you can't even grab anything. It's that bad.
So are they tearing up like the McNut farms or what?
Yeah, they don't even dig up the ground in the mac. They come and they pop the mac nuts. Like the mac nuts are super hard to break, but they roll it in their molars and you can hear them at night like pop pop, and then that's how you find them. If you're stalking pigs in the mac nut field, you can just hear them popping mac nuts, and that's how
Really?
you can find them. Yeah, and it's kind of loud too, and the
That's
pigs get
crazy.
fat off it. So right here behind my house, I don't even know how much acres. I want to say over 100 something acres of mac nut field.
Really?
So yeah, our island has a lot of mac nut fields.
So you can hear them popping a nut in their mouth, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
Wow.
they're strong. That's like candy to the pigs, the mac
Right.
nuts.
That reminds me of a hunt we did out here one time. Me and a couple of my friends. We was just riding around and we spotted a hog. So we got the dogs out in that area. Uh, I'm Native American, so on this reservation here, we have certain areas. There might be like orange trees that's just in the wild, you know,
Oh,
or there could be guavas or papaya trees or something like that just out there in the wild. Well, this area where we're seeing this hog, man, he was right there where the guava trees are at. I know there's guava trees there because I mean we pick them over there every year. So we went in there. We got lucky. We caught him. And what's funny about that? We didn't have no big knife, and it turns out none of us brought a string with us as we went in there to tie it up. So me and my friend Randall and Jr. go in after this hog. Uh, Jr. still back at the fence that we had to cross through. There's a barbed wire fence to the pasture, and he's a little bit bigger guy. He was kind of chunky at the time. So he was kind of held up behind us, and me and Randall already got there. And when we get there, this hog, he's probably about 200 pounds, maybe 220 pounds. And we got 6 dogs, and all of them are hung on him. I mean, all of them were just hung on his head. And we're standing there looking at him, and we pulled a rookie move, man. We was like, what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do? I don't know. You got a knife? I was like, all I got is this little pocket knife. I mean, it's probably a 4-inch blade or something. I was like, you don't have a rope? He's like, no, I don't have a rope. just as we're saying that, that hog shakes his head. Boom, boom, boom. All the dogs come off. That hog turns and he comes straight at us. Oh shit! We turn, and I'm talking about running. I'm talking about running with, with like Tom and Jerry with your ass forward, running. And that hog is coming up right behind us, and here comes JR. He comes around this tree because we had to, kind of meander through trees to get there. He comes around this tree just as he's coming around. I said, "Run, run!" I'm trying to run at the same time. He said, "What? Run!" He looks up and he sees that hog right behind us. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he turns. He's running. Right about that time, we got lucky. The dogs caught back up with it. Boom, stopped it. Man, we just all jumped on it, and I cut as deep as I could to get in that jugular and killed him.
Yeah.
But that right there, when we cut him open, smelled like you was just breaking open guavas.
Wow.
Yeah, you couldn't even smell, like the intestines or anything like that. All you could just smell was guavas coming out of him.
Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of guava here too.
Oh yeah.
A lot of guava. Guava is like, oh man, the guava is so thick. It's like this. So,
really?
Because the guavas are growing in the pasture, and when they cut it with the big mowers,
okay,
so they cut it down, and it all just comes small sticks, but they're all tight like this, and the pigs just love it in there. The pigs can maneuver through it. I don't know if you noticed, but anything the pig's snout can fit through, the whole body fits through it. They're built to do that, like a wedge almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got
crazy. I've seen them. They're aerodynamic. I've seen them slip through all kinds of stuff. Yeah, smart. They're unique. They're unique
man.
Animals, man.
Yeah, they're not dumb. They're not as dumb as people think they are.
No.
But I guess at the same time, you might have your variety of characters in the hogs too at the same time.
Oh yeah, we got our clowns here. We just watch them. Main thing they don't hurt nobody.
So I know you gotta have a couple crazy stories, man. What do you got, man? What you got for us?
Oh man, shoot. Pray. I don't know. So I don't know. What do you want to hear? Shit.
Whatever you got, man. I mean, you ever get cut by a hog, almost caught by a hog, or
Nah. So honestly, I fuck around with hogs so much. Like I rope them. Okay, I fuck with them.
Okay.
I'm pretty comfortable with grabbing on hog or getting close. I know I can get away from them.
Okay.
So, yeah. Here's a crazy one. I want to say like 3 or 4 months ago, we didn't go hunt on the dry side, and it's kind of taller, what we call fountain grass. So the grass grows out, looks like a fountain.
Okay.
But they're kind of thick. I want to say like waist high, and we hunt this area, and we don't ever. Oh no, I do take a gun, but I don't shoot anything that's not worth shooting. So if it's like a boar, I don't really like to kill boars because I don't like to eat boars really, unless we make sausage out of the boar. So, but anyways, we hit this one boar, and we didn't want to kill it, so we were trying to lasso, but the grass is too tall, and the lasso is just like landing right above his head on the grass, and he's just standing there chopping. And I'm like, brother, I tell my friend the lasso's not gonna go on. It's like go close to make it chase me.
Yeah.
Oh, sure enough, that thing chases me out. I turn around, bro, I run over my friend. Whoa, take him out. And I turn around. The dogs spin him. The dogs spin the board right before it like got to my friend, and so the dogs are actioning. And right there, I run back in there to I had it by the back legs or by the butt, the hair.
Okay.
And the thing spin out of my hand, and it charged me, and my friend grabbed my backpack and yanked me. And this area is super rocky, plenty big rocks. And my friend, he yanks me, and I just do like a full-on backflip and land on my knees. And I just thank God I didn't land on rocks. But that boar was hungry. That boar was man hungry.
Wow.
It wasn't a big boar or
Crazy,
anything, cause I want to say, so we got a different breed of pigs here. We call it Polynesian pigs, and they're small. They're only like 100 pounds, but they have real big teeth.
Really?
And out on the dry side, still get those Polynesian pigs. And this one, was one of those smaller ones with real big teeth. I want to say he was like 120 pounds on hoof with his guts. So that thing's like small and fast.
Man, that's crazy, man. So they get big teeth on the little hog.
Yeah, and those are the original Hawaiian pigs brought
Okay.
from Polynesia back in the ancient Hawaiian days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's so like how big have you seen the teeth get on those little hogs like that?
Oh, we see them curl back, touching the jaws, like piercing the skin, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys caught them like piercing through the jaw, coming out inside the jaw. Yeah,
Wow.
I want to say over a year ago, I caught one up in Kailua Kona. We caught a curler for my friends. My friend's dad killed himself, so we went for their anniversary.
Oh.
And yeah, for the dad's anniversary, we caught. It didn't touch, but it was really close.
Yeah.
To touching the skin, and then the following year, this year, my friend guys caught another one, and this time it was piercing the cheek.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how big hog were they?
So the one we caught was probably like 130.
Really?
Yeah, not that big. Yeah. But then it all depends on where you go. So we got those small Polynesian pigs with the big teeth. And then we got places where it had old piggeries.
Yeah.
That got run down or shut down. So they let go other domestic pigs. And that's how we got. And then that's how we get the bigger pigs.
Yeah.
It's because of the piggeries and let go their domestic pigs.
So
the domestics breed with the Polynesian pigs. So now we got big pigs with big teeth.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you call them curlers, huh?
Yeah, we call them curlers. The one that curl, start curling. So anything like 4 inches will start curling. I think so. It all depends on how it grows. Some grow straight out, but most of them, if anything, 4 inches will start curling.
Yeah, that's how it is around here. See, around here we call them curlbacks.
Oh yeah, same thing. We call them curlbacks too.
Yeah, because curl back into the jaw.
Yeah.
I've never actually caught a curlback. As much as I've hunted, I've never caught a curlback. I mean I've started to curl back, but not like touching or close to touching.
Yeah, I never did catch one touching, but I caught a handful of curlbacks.
Yeah,
but not touching. An easy way to make curlbacks is you just saw the withers off. Yeah, I've done that a few times, but I just waiting for somebody to catch my bar hog that I've done that to.
Do you mark them or anything when you bar them out?
Yeah, I used to have ear tags so the reason why I'm so slow into pig hunting right now is because I got into archery, and archery is big money, and I'm all hooked into archery, but slowly getting back into pig hunting. It's like riding a bike, yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah. I hear you, because that's why I was saying roughly like 30 years for me. I've been doing it because for about a 10-year span there. I mean, I went out a couple times here and there, went with a couple people, caught a couple hogs here and there, shot a couple hogs, but I wasn't like full-fledged, keeping hog dogs or anything like that. And then I just recently got back into it, going on almost 2 years now. Yeah, almost 2 years now. I've been back into hog hunting and got back into it. Now I got dogs that I'm running. I got cut vests and Garmin tracking collars. Man, it's like every dollar I get, I'm looking for a new piece of equipment or another dog that I can get.
No, yeah, I'm trying to get there too. I don't have cut collars or Garmin yet. I have a device, but no collars. Cause ever since this pandemic bullshit went on, everybody's been unemployed. I've been unemployed before the COVID stuff, so I've been just trying to save my unemployment money.
Yeah.
But I just recently got a construction job, so saving up to collars and stuff. So the only time I do have collars is when I go with my friends, and that's how I can see like how far my puppies are going and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just doing it old school, waiting and listening.
Yeah. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. As long as you're getting it done, man.
Yeah.
I remember them, man. When we were kids, when we got hooked on it, we were kids. That's 30 years ago. What we used to do is we take like a 1 gallon jug of water, and we would throw it in the freezer, or lemonade or iced tea or whatever it was. We would throw it in the freezer, or a couple like they have gallon sized bottles, and we'd tie a string on it, and that's what we would take with us walk into the woods, and I mean we'd hunt, all day. Sometimes we'd go out in the morning and come back in the evening. We'd walk out there and, like you said, old school and that, just listening for that bay.
Yeah.
Listening to them. The dogs we always had were always silent. So if they were barking, we knew they had one bayed solid. It wasn't going.
Something big. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the race would be on to get there. But yeah, what I would hate was like if you go out in the morning and you've been walking, 2-3 hours already. I don't know how far we would be out there, but probably about 5-10 miles out. And then in the afternoon, the wind comes in, and then all the trees are blowing, and you can't see dogs.
That happened to me when I was a kid. I think my second hunting dog, actually my first hunting dog that I had from a puppy, I trained myself to become his own hog. He was stopping pigs by himself, but yeah, I hit one pig, and we have ironwood trees here. You guys have that there? And they're super they're like pine needles in the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Super noisy, yeah. You can't hear shit when you're on them, but where I live, there's a lot of those. And so my dogs hit one, and they went, I want to say 2 gulches over, so it's like a gulch and maybe like 200-yard stretch, a gulch, and another 300, 400-yard stretch to another gulch. And I barely could hear my dogs barking. And I stood there, I want to say for like 15 minutes before I crossed the gulch. And I crossed it, I could hear it good. So I started running. And then I come out of the bushes, and there's this gator parked right outside where my dogs are barking. So I stop, and I think, is that the guy's dogs barking? And I hear 2 gunshots. Boom, boom. Sure enough, here comes one of my dogs limping out of the bushes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So the whole point of that story, if I could have heard their bark through the sound of the wind and the trees, I probably would have been there.
Yeah.
They got shot. So he ended up shooting my dog, and the grandmother to that dog ended up coming out of the bushes limping.
What?
Yeah. Wow. That's part of hunting.
Yeah.
So the guy must have thought that my 2 dogs, I never ran collars on them when I was younger. So he must have thought they were wild dogs. And
okay.
I don't know how long they were barking that pig. So if a hunter doesn't show up in time, more he thinks it's a wild dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
okay. All right.
So I was bummed about it, but shit, nothing I can do. That's part of hunting when you outlaw.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So what's like the biggest hog you ever got out there, man?
Frick, so the biggest hog I brought to a scale was a 205-pound sow. So here in Hawaii, we weigh all our pigs without the guts. Because we usually pack them back, I don't know, a mile, a couple 100 yards to the truck,
Yeah, I seen that. You make like a little backpack out of them.
Yeah, that thing is, that's the mentalest workout in the world. Talk about sore, everything. Yeah, your back muscles hurt that you didn't even know you had that muscle. It's crazy packing out pigs. Yeah, definitely a challenge. A 200-pound pig would probably make my legs wobble.
I see that. I see how you guys carry them hogs out like that. Sometimes I see these older guys that are probably older than me, looking like 50, 60 years old, got a hog up on the backpack deal, and I'm like, man, that's some tough son bitches right there, man.
Right. It's great. So like, the only time I'll ever pack a pig is for hunting tournaments.
Yeah.
Because we gotta pack them out to weigh them at the weigh-in and in the evening. But other than that, we clean them, we dress them out there in the mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Make our life easier.
Yeah.
In the backpack.
So you said the biggest one that you weighed on the scale was a sow that was 205 pounds?
Yes.
And that's without the internals, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the percentage of the intestines and all that? Is that like 30% of the total weight?
I have no idea. So yeah, I honestly don't know. I never did weigh a pig with the guts and then take out the guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing somewhere, and I think that's what I remember hearing. It's like 30% of the total weight or something like that, 35%. Wow. Yeah. I've seen a just the other day, I was watching a video, and they show how to weigh, and it's it's a guess, but it's a close guess. And what they do is they take a measuring tape, like from the between the ears on on the top of the head. They take that measuring tape from there, and they measure it all the way down to the base of the tail, to the base of the tail. They take that, and then they wrap it around the girth, around like where the heart and the chest area is. They wrap it around there, and they take that measurement, and they got some kind of equation that they use. I got it written down somewhere, but you can look it up too on Google. It's estimating the weight or something. Damn fly getting in my view here, but they take that, and it gets you like within like 10 pounds of what the actual weight of the hog is, or the animal.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I do that for the fishers over here. That when they tag and release the fish, because they write it down and they send it into the office to say how heavy the fish was. So they take the measurement and then the width. Yeah, they do the same thing for the fish. So I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I didn't know that for fish too.
Yeah, so like guys are big time giant trevally fishermen out here.
Yeah.
Surrounded by the ocean.
Right. I guess if you don't fish, there's something wrong with you, right?
Bruh, something's wrong with me. I don't eat fish.
What?
I'm Hawaiian and I don't even eat fish.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
That's another reason why I stopped fishing. Because I'm like, why am I fishing? I don't even eat this. I'm a meat eater. Oh. Yeah, I'm a meat eater, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, getting back to like the nuisance and stuff like that, it's not necessarily considered like a nuisance animal out there, the hogs.
Only for homeowners. So mainly the rich. I'm not racist any, but the rich white people or the rich people that they don't like pigs in their farms or come bust up their garden. That's the only time they're a pest is when they come into the homeowner's place and bust up their farm or the garden. Then they ask people to come trap and come like they don't really like the sound of the pig squealing. Yeah. But they'd rather you come trap them or stalk them with a bow. They don't even like the sound of the guns too much. These people over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. I mean,
but to all us hunters, pigs aren't a nuisance. They're like what do you say? A resource. Yeah. Yeah, we all live off the land here.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
So when you
yeah. No. Well, I was gonna say, because King Kamehameha he was all of, I want to say, he was all about the resources, like having food for the Hawaiian people, having food for the island. So when Vancouver came to Hawaii, he brought cattle and sheep. Okay. And King Kamehameha put 100-year kapu. Kapu means like forbidden. You cannot kill. Kapu means forbidden. So he put a kapu on the animals so that they could populate. And within 100 years, they overpopulated. Okay. So the state wants to get rid of every non-native land mammal. Really? Because of the native forest. But then our king put them here so that our people could survive off the land. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me, but they're doing a lot of aerial eradication here, killing the sheep, trying to get rid of the cattle in the forest, and not as bad as for the pigs, but the sheep and the goat and the cattle are getting wiped out here. Yeah, man, that's huh? Yeah, it doesn't make sense because our king got those for the people. Yeah. But But honestly, our state is. I'm not gonna get into politics, but our state is corrupt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
They're
don't
gonna
like.
wipe. They're gonna wipe us out of our resources so that we have to depend on the state.
So you said they're spraying for like what are they spraying?
Not spraying, eradicating.
Oh, okay.
They eradicate the sheep, the cattle, and the goats, just because they bust up the native forest and stuff.
Yeah.
And yes, and the pigs. No, they are eradicating pigs. They're trapping them in the forests and stuff.
Are they
So
going out there and shooting them from the helicopters and stuff like that too?
the sheep, they're shooting the sheep from the helicopters.
Really?
Yeah, taking them out by the thousands. They've been doing
Wow.
that from over. Oh, they've been doing that a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's that much sheep in the mountains and stuff over there.
Yes. Feral sheep. At first, they brought, and within 100 years, they became wild.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah.
They're super hard to hunt. Really hard
Really?
animal to hunt. Yeah. They're not your normal livestock.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They have really good eyesight. Yeah.
So
And
they
then
can see.
then like I said, 1970 they brought in the mouflon. Brought
Okay.
in the mouflon sheep, and then the mouflon bred with the feral sheep.
Uh-huh.
And that's where Texas has the black Hawaiian rams from. They come from here, the Big Island.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
Yeah, that's where they get the name Black Hawaiian. Only because most of their coats come out black, pure black.
Uh-huh.
But they're a hybrid between a mouflon and a feral.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, they come beautiful trophy animals.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that was a I guess like a hybrid or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was a specific breed of, sheep or goat from out that way.
Yeah. Crazy. Anything here in Hawaii, the scientists say adapt or die.
Wow.
Either you adapt to the way Hawaii is, the terrain and everything, or die. So pretty much any animal brought here will adapt. The trees, the bugs, the birds, they all adapted.
That's I don't know. I guess that's the real Hawaii stuff that you don't just hear on watching TV, I guess,
Yeah. Yeah.
When you was a kid, do you see a difference of like how much hogs there was in Hawaii compared to now? Or is it still about the same?
I want to say it comes and goes. Like,
okay.
I'll hunt an area and say, oh, this area has a lot of traffic, pig traffic.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll go back and it slows down. I don't know. It's kind of... I've never hit the same pig twice.
Really?
Yeah. Only in the ranch I've ever caught the same pig more than once. But out where I live in the bushes, I've never seen the same pig twice. So to me, it's kind of I don't even know. It's the same. It's just more houses went up and less hunting area.
Okay.
Say. So I want to say the pigs from when I grew up are still the same.
Okay. That's like the reason why I was asking that is because like right here in my area, we have a lot of Florida. It's concentrated here, and they're protected. They're protected. They're federally protected in the state. It's illegal to kill them. So it seems like they know that their safe haven is in this area where I'm from at, where the reservation is here. And when I was a kid, I mean, we could go out 6-7 days a week and run hogs, and I mean, catch multiple hogs a night. I mean, yeah, sometimes you have a night where you don't catch anything at all and just drive around in circles and dogs are running all night. But I mean, you could go out any day and run a hog, or you could drive around and you could see hogs, in a pasture standing out there rooting up the ground or whatever, or you just see, hog tracks, crossing the road or whatever. And now here on my reservation, it's hard to find any kind of hogs.
Wow. So
Yeah, I
something
mean,
must have happened, yeah.
yeah, it's the Panthers. It's the Panthers.
Oh,
There's here that they've. I mean, they just devastated the population here, man. It's almost. I'm not gonna say completely gone, but the hogs are starting to come back now. But it's in a concentrated area. It's not like all over the reservation anymore.
oh
Because our
wow.
area is 54,000 acres. That's our area, and where those hogs are probably sitting inside less than 10,000 is where most of them are at now.
Oh. No, so yeah, we have places over here where the pigs find like safe haven. So like there's people that slaughter pigs, like they'll feed the wild pigs and the pigs will come into their property by the thousands. And
Yeah,
the dogs don't know whose property they're running into. They're just following their nose.
yeah,
So like people get into conflicts with those people that slaughter the pigs because they want to claim all those wild pigs are theirs because they're feeding them. But in reality, you don't. If they're your pigs, then you need to pen them up because
yeah,
I could be like, oh, they're coming into my property and eating all my fruits and vegetables, and you're gonna have to pay for all my fruits and vegetables. You never
right.
really want to be like that, but like, yeah, pigs. The safe havens here would be by the houses. All the
Okay.
pigs are hiding right by the houses. They're so smart. They're all behind the houses, real close where
Yeah.
hunters can't go. Yeah.
Here in Florida, it's like we're running out of like natural native habitats because of all
Uh-huh.
all the communities being built. I mean, it's like every year you see some huge community being built where when you was a kid, it was all forest out there, you know?
Yeah, that's fuck. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, so it's crazy here in Florida because like the bears are protected and you can't hunt any bear, but then the bears are starting to show up in people's property, starting to break into cars and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's got to be some kind of management met somewhere in between, you know.
Hmm.
But with the hogs, you see them showing up in these like what you said earlier, like the rich areas or
Yeah,
the
where wouldn't have hunters. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they're
20,
not
30
in my
ago,
backyard.
20, 30 years ago, that's probably prime hunting area, and now it's a you know $1 million home sitting there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Over here, landowners will fence off their property and hog wire it down to the ground. So the pigs gotta like find their own way around.
Yeah,
And they usually if they're crossing through your property, it's only to cross through it because if you don't have fruits, then they're just crossing through your property. But
yeah,
if you have fruits, then yeah, they're gonna come to your
yeah.
property. But yeah, so when you fence off their path, then they got to go all the way around or find another way, or don't even or stop going there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a big thing here is people fence off the route, their pattern that the pigs use, and
It,
so then
and then they're doing the hog wire like that. They, sooner or later, those hogs are gonna just dig under the fence and go through
yeah,
there.
no, but yeah they do, um like I want to say like the state put fences out in the forest,
uh,
galvanized fence and down to the ground, and they'll lay like hog panels, 3 feet of hog panels on the ground so the pigs can't dig under it.
wow,
And
really?
then they'll eradicate all the cows, all the pigs, and then like the weeds and the invasive weeds and stuff in the native forest just bro, they're so thick and they won't eradicate the weeds or the unnative plants in the forest, but they eradicate the not native mammals.
That's
Does it?
crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like
No, it
a
don't.
lot of us don't agree with the state.
That's government for you, man. That's
Yeah.
government for you. They say don't do this, don't do that, and the next thing you know, another problem pops up out of that because they did that.
Yeah. Those guys.
That's like here in Florida. Here in Florida, um, I forget. how long ago it is, but for the state of Florida, when they were trying to dry up what they thought they were doing, drying up the swamps so they could use the land and stuff like that, somebody got the bright idea to bring in Melaleuca trees, and we call them paper trees.
Mm-hmm.
They thought these Melaleucas were gonna soak up the water from the ground.
Like a sponge.
So now you have government agencies out here in the state of Florida eradicating the Melaleuca now.
Whose bright idea was that?
Right?
Yeah. Nah.
I guess if you sit in the desk, you can make those calls and make it happen, I guess.
I know. Yeah. No, but like I want to say one spot where I used to hunt here in Hawaii where we could literally drive around the mountain and we would see, I want to say, hundreds of pigs right out of the truck. Like we would play a game where whoever sees the first pig wins. And like, as soon as we hit the dirt road, we'd be seeing pigs. But like nowadays, I would go and I don't even see a pig.
Wow.
It's only because social media. They like I post a pig and they see the background. Oh, over there get pigs. Next day, him and his grandmother going, and all their friends. So
it's like finding your secret fishing spot, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what we call them here, like Sherlocks, guys that look in the background to where you're hunting, so that they can go and hunt. But it's all, I want to say, I'm blaming it on social media.
Yeah.
Is why our pig population probably went down in that area where I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That everybody and their grandma goes hunting now. Because when I first started hunting there right out of high school, man, we'd hold up herds of 20 pigs. And like the whole bushes would sound like a biker gang.
Yeah.
The dogs are just barking. But nowadays it's like, good luck, you see one. Yeah.
You know what? That's what I see over this way too. Like because of social media, like you're saying, there's like a big surge of people wanting to hog hunt now, or people that you never would expect to be out there hog hunting are out there now.
Yeah, like they want to get into it.
And got the dog box in the back of the truck and 4-wheelers, or even if they're just going out there on foot or whatever. It's people that you would never have expected to be hog hunters or getting into it now. Everybody wants that moment of fame on social media for their likes, I guess,
I guess so. Yeah. No, but shucks. To me it was more like a sharing thing. Like before social media, I would have to go to your house to talk story, to look at your pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now now you can share it on social media and gotta come to the. But here in Hawaii, there's so much what we call crybabies. Because like, I don't know, they just hate on somebody doing better than you, like any other hater would. But
oh man,
it just, and I get into a lot of trouble because people talk about me. I've been busted by the game wardens, all kinds.
Yeah.
Like people like put words in my mouth and tell game wardens lies. So that's one reason why I don't post too much anymore, is because I just over the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to my house. I'll show you pictures and we'll shoot the shit.
Yeah.
I try to take it back old school.
Yeah. I hear you, man. That seems to be like the discussion that a lot of older hunters have, like guys like my age and older, they're like, it's a whole new different scene now. It's not like what it used to be. I mean, yeah, you're always gonna have your people that are kind of, I guess assholes or whatever you want to call them, but then back then, you talk to somebody, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy's got some dogs, he's selling puppies, or he's got a couple good dogs that he's selling, and you'd go meet up with them, and next thing you know, talking, trading stories, pictures, whatnot, and it'd be like, yeah, having a good time. And now it's like everybody wants to be in a pissing contest or something, and it just kind of takes the fun out of some of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
I don't.
like you
I don't
catch a
have the.
hog now, your neighbor is out. Oh, he wants. You just build the fire up for the next person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I don't have the best dogs. I never claimed to have the best dogs. I might have some decent dogs, but then somebody else will be like, oh man, them shit eaters and da da da. And them dogs ain't doing nothing, this and that. And, hey man, run yours. I'm gonna run mine.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I hunt. I don't hunt with too much people nowadays. I mean, it's not because I don't like them or that they're a bad person. It's just we have two different styles of hunting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one of my friends is like I go hunt with it. I love the brother and everything. I love him. His older brother is my best.